Welcome to New York, the capital of the world. My name is Dominic Alfonsetti, and I'm the Chief Concierge at the Intercontinental Barclay. You're right smack in the middle of this beautiful city. Right over here on Lexington Avenue, you have the Chrysler Building, and just up the block here is your fabulous Madison Avenue shopping, as well as the beginning of Museum Mile. Let me show you my fabulous city. As we take a short walk towards Rockefeller Center, I just want to share some history about the Intercontinental Barclay. It used to be the former site of the Vanderbilt Mansion, with private train platforms running underneath the building. You didn't think we would send you to church for lunch or afternoon tea, but we have St. Bart's, which is a block away from the hotel on Park Avenue. The interesting thing about St. Bart's is that they have a terrace. What they've done, as you can see here, is they've turned it into a lovely cafe. You can have a fabulous lunch and or an afternoon tea right here at St. Bart's. Down the street from the hotel on Park Avenue and 53rd is one of those little-known architectural gems. It's Lever House, which is right here. It was the first skyscraper built of glass and steel, so it's right by the hotel, and it just happens to be right here on Park Avenue. Short walk from the hotel is this lovely little park here. It's called Paley Park. It's just a little enclave in the midst of the maddening crowd in Midtown. The best part of it all is that there's a refreshment stand here. It has the best hot dogs in town. I particularly like coming up to the top of the Rock in the morning. It becomes your own private deck. Everybody comes to New York to shop. Just outside the doors of the hotel, we basically have the finest shopping on earth. Your Madison Avenue, your Fifth Avenue. Lexington has a lot to offer with your shops and boutiques here on Lexington. And for a little break, we're going to stop in my favorite little bistro and patisserie, Payard. Come on, let's go. This is Payard. They have the cafe here where you can have a light bite, or you can have a meal over there in the brasserie. But the one thing I like about Payard is that you cannot leave until you have their chocolate. Have a look. Soho, the area south of Houston Street. Original birthplace of the modern-day department store. Did you know Mary Todd Lincoln bought her first set of china here? From bohemia to fashion, couture, and designers. You know you're in Soho because you're going to see something like this, a column thinking that it's made of stone, but it's really wrought iron painted white. New York is a place of people who don't usually cook. They usually go out to dinner all the time. I love to send my guests to the River Cafe because when they're looking for a restaurant with a fabulous view of the city, you cannot beat the ambiance. The view is absolutely spectacular. For a unique dining experience, sometimes you need to venture out into the neighborhoods. Let's try Tribeca. Meigu happens to be one of my personal favorite Japanese restaurants. There's a 2-ton Tibetan bell. It's suspended from the ceiling. Under the bell, there's a life-size ice sculpture of Buddha with fire in a reflecting pool, and that just sets the tone for a fabulous dining experience. If you're out to impress, this is the place. Sometimes restaurants start taking reservations up to 30 days to 3 months before. So, you know, when you're coming in on the weekend and you expect one of those top 10 restaurants, you need to call me. I'll be more than happy to take care of that for you. There are many happening places in New York, and just a few short blocks from the hotel is Central Park. There's so many things to do in Central Park. You can rent a boat, have lunch at the boathouse, or right over here you can rent a bike and explore the park on your own, or even just walk around and do people watching. Did you know Central Park had 2 zoos? The Children's Zoo and the regular zoo. The admission here will be good for both of them. Times Square, the theater district. There's only about 2 theaters that are actually on Broadway. It's not so much the location that differentiates whether your show is on Broadway or off Broadway, it's the number of seats. People come and ask me where the happening places are in New York. Well, New York has always been happening. It just depends on where the happening takes place. At the moment, it's the meatpacking district, which is undergoing a tremendous renaissance. At night, the red carpet comes out, the velvet ropes come out, and all the nightclubs seem to just pop in out of nowhere. It's just one very, very happening place. And to get into these hot clubs, just see us. We'll make the necessary calls. I hope you enjoyed our little tour of New York, the top of the world. Come and see us and we'll show you firsthand.